Hi, everybody.
Hey,
How are you guys?
good. How are you?
Good. So good to see you again, Kate.
I know, really good to see you too. Where are you? It looks beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. I'm in LA. I'm in the Pasadena area.
Oh, I actually am kind of close to you right now. I'm actually gonna go outside. You inspired me. Um,
Yeah.
I'm in Los Feliz.
Oh, no wonder. No way. That's such a nice
Yeah,
area.
I had a meeting with the CHLA, yoga for chronic pain team this morning. So I
Oh,
am, yeah, kind of close.
nice. You're based in LA, right, Kate?
Yeah, I'm on the west side.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm moving out to Santa Monica in a couple months, actually.
What was that?
I'm moving out to Santa Monica in a couple months, so I'll be
That's where
out
I
there.
live. Wait, okay, I'm gonna reach out to you separately because we should
Yeah,
get together.
for sure. Oh, that's exciting. I'm really pumped.
Yay. Okay, I'm letting in the City of Glendale team.
Awesome. Hi, everybody.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. And
Good
is
afternoon.
everyone from your team here? Is it just you and
Actually, just Tiffany and I are going to be repping the team today. The other two could not make
is
the time.
Tiffany here? I don't see her yet.
I don't see her yet, but we're messaging on the side. So
Oh,
let's just
yeah, she just dialed in actually.
Okay, cool.
Perfect. And I think most of the City of Glendale people are here, but just to orient everybody. So we just had a call with them as well, and I already kind of introduced like the context of the design-a-thon. And you guys already met myself and Janai. But I'm gonna let you and Tiffany introduce yourself, and then I'll have the City of Glendale team, if you guys wouldn't mind reintroducing yourself to this team, and then we'll go into the pitch from there. Does that sound good?
Perfect.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, Maya, if you want to start with an intro.
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Maya Omori. Thank you so much for the opportunity to talk to you all today. We're so excited for to chat. I am based in California in Los Angeles. I currently work at General Mills in brand marketing, and I've been there for a few years since school. But I am also part of USC's IYA program, doing my master's in integrated design, business, and technology. So that's where our whole team is from as well. And I'll pass to Tiffany.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. As Maya said, I'm doing my master's at USC's IYA program. That's at night. During the day, I'm a product designer at a financial tech startup here in New York. So I was really excited to use my problem-solving skills to help develop solutions for food insecurity. I love bringing that whole process into something that can benefit the community and help people in need.
Awesome. And then if we want to turn it over to the City of Glendale. Oh, am I muted? No, I'm okay, cool. We want to turn it over to the City of Glendale team, Dave, and yeah.
Hi, Maya and Tiffany. I'm David Jones. I'm the Sustainability Officer here at the City of Glendale. This subject is of high relevance and importance to us as we need to comply with state legislation regarding food recovery and getting that food recovery to the people who need it. On the Zoom call today of people from our integrated waste management team, innovation and performance unit, as well as consultants. So I'll let them introduce themselves. Greg.
Hey everyone, my name is Greg Kaijo. I'm an innovation project manager for the City of Glendale in the Office of Innovation and Performance. We're kind of like an internal consultant for the city who helps modernize and just help staff generally through research, data, design. We've been helping with a lot of climate sustainability and food recovery stuff with the city. So that's kind of our involvement. Also a USC alumnus, so fight on.
Miss Elena.
Hi, I'm Elena Bolbolian. It's nice to meet you, Maya and Tiffany. I work with Greg, and I'm excited to be here today and to hear your pitch. Thank you.
Regina.
Oh, go ahead, Regina.
Hi, I'm
Regina Whaler, recycling coordinator, and I'm working from home, so that's why you don't get to see my lovely face. But I'm excited to hear about your project, and thank you for helping us out. And I'm going to pass it on to Etienne.
Hi, Etienne Ozrak. I'm Superintendent, Integrated Waste Division, and we have a keen interest in implementing SB 1383 and specifically the edible food recovery part. Who's next?
Elizabeth.
Hello, I'm Elizabeth Harris, and I'm on the sustainability team with David. And thank you very much for doing this challenge. Looking forward to hearing your solution as a way to address food waste and food insecurity.
Natalie.
Yes, hi everyone. My name is Natalie. I'm one of the co-owners of Recreate Waste Collaborative. We're a consulting company that's based in Southern California, and we're working with the city of Glendale on educating the commercial businesses on edible food donation and really just trying to get food away from the landfill and to hungry people in the community. And just really excited to hear what you've come up with, and I want to thank you for the time and effort that I'm sure you put a lot into this. So thank you for having us on. And also with the Recreate team, we have Allison Schill, CEO of Carrot.
Hi, everybody. I am the creator of the food donation at Carrot that Glendale is currently using to allow businesses to donate their surplus edible food to nonprofit organizations. One of those nonprofit organizations that we're going to be collaborating with is on the call here. It's Nancy Beta with Food Cycle LA.
Thanks, Allison. I'm the director of Food Cycle, and we have been recovering excess food for almost 20 years now from grocery stores. It's exciting to see new ideas about ways we can help fight food insecurity and feed more people with this food that we're wasting.
Is that everyone? I think so.
I think so.
Awesome. Well, I am going to turn it over to Maya and Tiffany to present to you their solution. And then we'll leave time at the end for some kind of Q&A and then next steps. So take it away,
Awesome.
Maya and Tiffany.
Great. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to try to do this whole tech thing where we share screen. Tell me if you guys can see.
Perfect. Yes, it's
okay. Let's see if we could do in slideshow mode here.
Yeah.
Oh, here, wait.
There it is. Yeah. Perfect. Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to do a little bit of a double screen here. Okay. All set. All right. Well, thank you again, guys. Thank you so much for introducing yourself, and again for the opportunity to present to you today. Tiffany and I are going to be repping the team here, but Ed and Brian are part of our squad and are sad they couldn't be here today. But we are Team Food Locker. So today we're just going to walk you guys through meeting us and then proposing a problem and our solution, some gaps, and then our final ask. So again, our team is comprised of Ed, Tiffany, Maya, Brian, and I, and we're all students at USC's IYA program. And each of us really came together to work on this design project the other week because we each had a really strong passion for sustainability and specifically for food insecurity. We all came at this from many different backgrounds, some in architecture, some in business, some in product design. But what really unites us is a passion for sustainability and for this specific problem of food insecurity. So what is the problem here? Today, we're proposing a tech-forward solution to the complex issue of food insecurity. Despite having resources available, there are many barriers that food insecure families face to actually get these free and reduced groceries, including a stigma for going to the food bank, a lack of education about how to cook some of the ingredients that people receive, and also negative feelings of feeling like you're passively receiving handouts. Our target market is comprised of some stakeholders that are food insecure families connected to food insecure programs throughout Children's Hospital Los Angeles. The location is in the LA area. And a few more stats about this demographic is that 91% of households are connected with a smartphone, laptop, desktop, or tablet at home. So they're very digitally connected families. And about 81% of these families at CHLA identify as a minority, with the majority identifying as Latinx. So based off our target market, it was important for our solution to ensure that we were inclusive at all stages. So what is our solution? Currently, there's a lot of stigma around receiving food assistance, but our team wanted to create a solution that empowers people to play an active role in providing for their families despite financial limitations. So we're proposing a hyper-personalized SMS mobile platform that can help guide food insecure families through the process from picking up free and reduced groceries at convenient Amazon Hub locations, all the way to actually cooking personalized meals at home. We selected the method of SMS to ensure users feel helped throughout their food journey, and our solution hopes to close the gap by bringing food closer to food insecure families and also encouraging these families to engage with these resources. I'll take you through our user journey. So our solution addresses pain points for three parties: the patients, the managers of the solutions, and the supply chain and distribution parties. So first, a family would sign up and choose their language of choice. Then they'll be prompted to find a convenient pickup location. They'll pick up their food box at an Amazon Hub, and the SMS assistant will even help users in finding the Amazon Hub location if they need to. Then the SMS assistant will provide food inspiration that's tailored to the user. So for example, if they're a teen, they might get a TikTok video that shows that cooking can be fun and easy. Or if they have dietary restrictions, they'll get tailored content for that too. And last but not least, we heard that some families receive food items that they're culturally less familiar with. So the SMS would provide solutions for easy substitutions, for example, like using broccoli instead of bok choy. And lastly, the SMS will ask for feedback on the recipe content it's given so it can always improve. So here are just some screenshots of potential UI of food inspiration and making sure that people are really engaged and getting new content that they are inspired by. And here's a UI for the registration page, which would be in the user's language of choice. So to get more signups, we'd put up flyers and marketing materials at schools, community centers, food banks, and of course CHLA, advertising the Food Locker program. And a QR code would easily lead you to a quick sign up page. In addition, this registration makes it super easy for anyone to add people to the program in just a few steps, since we know that there's a huge barrier to actually just getting people on board with the program. So why Amazon? Amazon already has an existing partnership with CHLA, and there are over 45 Amazon locations in LA and 15 in downtown Glendale alone. These lockers are safe and secure and allow people to visit at their convenience. This solution can be partnered with the City of Glendale's Food Mobile solution, since the Food Mobile could bring edible food directly from restaurants to Amazon food lockers to be distributed to residents. So next, I'll pass it over to Tiffany to identify the gaps.
Yep. So here are some gaps that we discussed during the short time of identifying the problem and identifying our solution. The first gap is trying to figure out how to get food to the Amazon hubs. This is a similar issue that was mentioned for the City of Glendale's food insecurity work, where resources within the edible food recovery network are not connected or fully discovered. This results in a problem for both the food insecure individuals and the food banks themselves. This results in food being wasted and people are still hungry. Another gap that we identified is trying to figure out how to integrate those other apps, such as Google Maps, so people can identify where the Amazon lockers are, Pinterest, TikTok, so that people of a younger demographic can find inspiration that's tailored to their needs. And lastly, establishing a system for receiving feedback from families and making the appropriate changes in the admin office that's controlling the food banks and the pantries. Next, we'll talk about the ask. Yeah, so our next steps include, so we know many CHLA food insecure families work beyond 9 to 5. So we want to provide additional hours and standalone locations to pick up groceries. Another one is going through feedback that's received and actually listening and making the appropriate changes. This will be an amazing platform to get direct, instant feedback on what went well, what didn't work, whether it's the Amazon lockers or the food pantries or the food banks, and things that can be easily changed. And lastly, we want to gather cost estimates for building out this automated chatbot, ensuring that consent between the user and the platform, and building a viable database to connect food insecure resources in a holistic environment. And that is our project, the Food Bank. Thank you for listening.
Thanks so much for presenting. I will turn it over to City of Glendale and the Recreate Carrot teams to ask questions. Greg.
I can start. That was a great presentation, really impressive. I love the slides and I love the visualizations for the app prototypes or wireframes. Those look great. I was curious, are the Amazon lockers refrigerated at all? Do you know if there's refrigeration in those?
I believe so, yes, because of Amazon's partnership with Whole Foods. They have the program set up already to be able to deliver refrigerated foods.
Great, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, that was a really great presentation, and I really like the idea of using Amazon, something that's already so common and normal for not everyone, but many people to use. I did have a question so is the idea that you'll create a website where individuals would sign up and then they would get notifications through text messaging, or is it because looking at the wireframes, it looked like it was an app, a website, you were talking about SMS. So could I get some clarity on that? What kind of how it works?
Yeah, so we build out a website for anyone to register, whether it's a doctor who's deeming someone food insecure can enter the person's information. Someone who feels that they need the resource can go on and enter their information. And all we're asking for is name, address, so we can identify your closest locker, the amount of people in your household so we know how much food you would need, and phone number. And the rest is totally on SMS because people are familiar with text message. So we figured we can build that one-on-one personalization and communication through SMS. We can tell them where their locker is in text message, ask them if they liked the food, and build out this automated relationship with the user.
Okay, cool. And then the user would also would do the booking through the website and then just get the notifications through SMS?
Everything would happen on SMS. Yeah, the website's just to sign up.
Okay. And then how would they order food for the future through SMS? Would they be sent a link, or are they given options?
Yeah, Mari, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, so it would be all through SMS. So let's say that the food banks will get a shipment to the Amazon hubs. And then because you chose your location already, then you would get sent a notification being oh, XYZ is ready for you at your location. And then you would know when you're able to go pick it up.
Okay, cool. So then users would just always get access. They don't have to opt in when they want it or when they don't want it.
Exactly, because the whole point is that you're connected to a location, and then it's really convenient for you to pick up. And then also it manages, the supply as well. So wherever those Amazon hubs, whichever ones will get the supply, then they'll send out to their users. And then that way it'll be more tailored to the specific location.
Okay, cool.
Cool, I have a few questions. Thanks for your presentation, really well thought out. And maybe I missed these couple logistical questions, First being where the boxes would be prepared and where that sort of redistribution center is. And the second question being, it sounds like these are boxes that are prepared and almost customized for the user, kind of dependent on their dietary needs. Does the recipient have the option to remove an ingredient that they know that they don't like? And how can we minimize wasting more edible food based on preferences?
Absolutely. Great question. And just to clarify, I think, well, one, there's a gap of how to actually get the food to the Amazon locker. So your question about the actual doing the boxes, that would be something we would need to figure out, is exactly where that would happen and who would do that. But your question about the personalization is actually what our SMS solution hopes to solve, which is that we would not have to customize the boxes for the families. So it would be whatever is available, and then our SMS technology would actually provide customized solutions to help people kind of just, use whatever they have in a creative way. So if they have dietary restrictions, then they'll get content that's really fun saying like, oh, this is how you can make XYZ recipe, or why don't you use what's in the box? And then have you thought about, making this recipe or using it for this purpose? So the point is that you would not have to customize to everybody, but the actual chatbot and the technology would give you that inspiration to work with what you have.
I think it's a great idea, one that has been discussed previously before about having sort of lockers put in place for restaurants, because you mentioned restaurants with prepared food or groceries. What's your main kind of target market for obtaining the food?
We were originally thinking food bank, like pantry items. But then since Kate was able to send us over some of your guys' work already, the City of Glendale sustainability work that dove into kind of more restaurant food waste, we tried to integrate that into our solution as well. But our original solution was really pantry items. But thinking about the work that you guys have already done with the prepared food, I think there also could be an integration there eventually, because of course we would not want that to go to waste either.
Yeah. Well, considering that geographically, there are probably already enough food pantries in Glendale to be able to be accessible to all the individuals that are experiencing food insecurity. I feel like, the restaurant thing might go a little bit better. And people had talked previously about building lockers, but I like your idea of utilizing existing structures of Amazon lockers that are there. And then, there are other apps out there, kind of like Too Good to Go, where a restaurant can sell last minute. But if there are restaurants that for some reason or another don't want to mark down the cost of their food and don't want to have to deal with that, but they have extra meals that are already kind of pre-made, and maybe they can get some sort of credit towards, some sort of sustainability initiative for having these prepared meals. Obviously it creates more plastic pollution, but everybody's using to-go containers anyways, COVID. So a really great partnership for that would be partners like Nancy, who was on the call previously. There are other organizations like Everyday Action. They rescue food from film sets that are, catered meals where there's just a ton of delicious food that, even I can't afford that are given away, but those are all really late at night. But I do like your idea of being able to have kind of an algorithm created. That's something I'm creating for Carrot for the food pantries, but we could also work with you to develop out something where me and my team could develop something where it goes out to the individuals, and the individuals say what kind of food that they want, what dietary restrictions that they have, what times they're available, how far they're willing to travel to get to their locker. And then notifications would be sent to just those individuals to be able to reserve the food that they wanted, and then be able to go pick it up immediately. And so the transportation, I think there's already a lot of it, like with DoorDash, there's partnership potentials there that lots of nonprofits have been working with for drivers, but obviously sometimes there's a cost associated with that, which would have to be covered. And then with nonprofit organizations, if they do have volunteers that time of day when food is usually discarded, there are other partnership opportunities that I'm working with in other states where the restaurant could have meals purchased from them from certain foundations, and then individuals can purchase meals when they go to a restaurant and say, I want to buy a meal for the food locker, and then meals would be able to go in a little bit earlier, and you could have different times of day when people are able to go pick that up. The hardest part for you guys is going to be forming these partnerships with Amazon and with people like DoorDash. The easy part is forming partnerships with people like us, Carrot and Food Cycle, and the city of Glendale. And then developing out the actual infrastructure of the app is probably going to take you around a year, at least, for if you can have a clear understanding of how you want it to be built and what the user interface was. But the long-term maintenance is going to be making TikTok videos, making like that user interaction of having somebody, a staff member, constantly there, upgrading, improving, and interacting with the users on the app. So it's a really well thought idea, and I like it a lot.
Thank you.
In the interest of time, I know it's 2:00. So I'm not sure, Dave and team, if it makes sense to stay on for a few minutes and come up with next steps, or if we want to do this via email, just let me know.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind if we could do that through email, because I know a few of us have got 2:00 commitments coming up here. So
Yes.
but I'll reach out to you, Kate and Janai, and then we'll go from there.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much to our teams who presented and to all of you for your thoughtful questions and comments. Really nice to meet everybody and kind of sync up on some of this creative and innovative work everyone's doing. So appreciate it and have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll be in touch soon.
Thank you so much. I'll appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.